As you can see, I'm standing on the west side of the Missouri River Bridge over here in Elwood. We've been checking this thing out all day. There seems to be no problem with flooding. It looks like it might cap off at 24, and that's the highest of its potential, but it looks like it's going to go down by Tuesday. Right now, this thing is barely up. It's just a little bit of drainage, and this is about all we're going to look forward to for the moment.
At 14 foot, the action, we have what's called the action stage of it. That's where we go out and close all the floodgates to make sure when the river comes up that water doesn't come in. At 17 foot is what they consider the flood stage. It's minor flooding, which you see out here on the outside of the levee. At 21 foot is considered a moderate flood from 21 to 27. At 27 feet is what we consider major from 27 to whatever the river will top out at or crest out at.
Now you might think by looking behind me that this is extremely high being on the other side of the levee, but it's absolutely quite normal. With the river being at about 22.2 feet right now, we're only in the moderate stage, and this is pretty much like this most of the time.
When we get something like this, you got a lot of younger people coming up that it really concerns them. A lot of the older people, like myself, have seen this when we grew up. In the bottoms over here, and we know what, it's to be expected. In the spring, the river's going to rise, and then by July, mid-July or something, it's going to go back down, and everything's going to be fine. We'll run it usually about 3 or 4 times a week just to make sure that there's no problems with the levee itself. We'll inspect the levee after the river. Each time when the river comes up this high and goes back down, we'll come down and inspect different parts of it. There's no problem. I don't see any problems that we're having. All the gates are closed. Levee's in good shape, so I don't really see any problems.
On the Missouri River in Elwood, Kansas, I'm Jeremy Lyons, Fox 26 KNPN.